girl, pop culture. Pop culture.
No filters, no limits, just gossip. If it's messy, we got it, right? If it's messy, we got it, right?
Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my goodness. Get your popcorn. I know this is going to be a tough pill to swallow for some people, myself included. I still have chest pains about this, but there's a lot to unpack. Que and Jamila from YouTube, our colleagues, are divorcing. They are in the middle of divorcing currently. There's a lot to unpack from the statement that I saw on Jamila's status. And let's dive straight into it because I am part of this community and I have a say in my views of the situation. Wow, I'm shook. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so I've been following Jamila and Que for a couple of years. This is more than 10 years, if I'm not mistaken. And I loved this couple so much because they were mature. They fit my preference in terms of a masculine and feminine and how it was presented. You know, that's my preference. I'm not trying to put people in boxes and stuff, but that was my preference of viewing because that's the type of relationship I was looking for and wanting to model. Okay, so the couple did a lot of successful things together. They bought a home, they built it together, they had children together, and I feel like at some point that's when the problem started and where it magnified, because I feel like children highlight the issues in people's relationships, and then it becomes like the kids came and things changed. No, things were like that. The kids just sort of were like a magnifying microscope to show what is really happening and show the cracks in the relationship. So I feel like the couple started having issues around there. I don't know if it was like that sense of one wanting to have a child more than the other, because I think if I'm not mistaken, Que, the butch or the more masculine presenting one, was the first one to have the child. For me, that is always a red flag if there's no maybe medical issues related to the femme, because in that type of setting, it's usually heteronormative because one is masculine, one is feminine. I know this is toxic masculinity speaking, but usually, let's just be honest, okay? If I'm going to generalize. All right. Then it felt like there was that thing of my child, you know, with Que when I watched the videos. And at times it made me feel very uncomfortable because you're married. This is your child together. Our. Once you're married, I feel like there's no such thing as mine besides yourself and your being and your body. But and autonomy to make your own decisions. But things that are tangible and lovable, you're supposed to love them together as a unit, our family. Cut the long story short, I feel like that's where the problem started in their relationship and escalated from there. And then there was some finance situations because one of them left a job or something like that. So that's an additive. Then Jamila had a child, and I felt like there as well there was some sort of situation going on with the kids, and I feel like with Jamila, she seemed a bit aloof. I don't know if maybe something was going on, you know, postnatal depression. I don't know what it could have been, but I felt like there was a sense of her being aloof. There was a bit of tension between the couple. This is maybe like 3 years ago. I can't even put a timeline, but it's in the recent past, not very far from now, I noted. And for me, that was one of the reasons I stopped watching them. For me, when I watch couples channels, immediately when conflict arises, I am turned off. from that. And it's not like confrontation at that time in that moment. It's like a continuous thing that you can feel the waves of tension between these people, because I feel like sometimes for me, when I view things, I view them from a point of view of wanting to live vicariously through it. So when a couple goes through something like that, I'm not a conflict type of person. I'm not good with conflict resolution. I'm much of a person who becomes like, I shut off. So when I watch a couple going through that, it made me very uncomfortable. Me personally, I'm talking about. So that was a bit of the reason why I stopped watching them. The tension, you could slice it with a knife for me. And then, with all due respect, another thing that I noted was that a particular person in this relationship got fond of liking pictures of other women. And yes, we are all women and we can admire women, but it became uncomfortable because every thirst trap, I would find them there. Every thirst, I don't know now if this was because the relationship had been over. We don't know the timeline, but it just felt like, I would want my partner to just not even click on there, just like be on social media to post and log out. Please wish people happy birthday, rest in peace, and that be the end. Interaction, liking posts. I feel like if you're married, especially, or in a very committed relationship, the honeys and ass and thirst traps should be far from your view. Far from you, because that's temptation. This is giving a false idea and creating insecurities in your partner. That is so dangerous. That's like stepping into the lion's den and expecting not to be bitten. Are you kidding me? Are you joking? You did joke? Hey. So when the announcement, or let me say the blog post came out, and I'll read bits of it and parts that stood out for me, I was shook. I was like, wow, because the signs were there and I wanted to be wrong. I absolutely wanted to be wrong. I saw that Jamila gained her confidence back. And Que started, I could see her swag as well. She started posting more. I think for them, maybe they were not ready for motherhood in a sense of the complexities it comes with and what you have to sacrifice, because I feel like becoming a parent is a lot of sacrificing. So that plus sacrificing your relationship, it becomes tricky. It becomes tricky. We see that a lot in heteronormative settings as well. When the woman is pregnant, the guy will cheat, and then things will unfold, and then the breakup happens, and it looks like it's because of the child. No, it's because there were issues before there. That person was selfish. That person had been selfish. So then becomes like a thing of that is magnifying, because now there's two of us that need you, not just me. Two of us that need you, that you're not supporting. You're busy philandering and running amok while I'm breastfeeding and sitting at home and cleaning and cooking and taking care of this crying baby. A lot of stuff happen. I'm not saying that happens, but it's the realities of having children. So let's go into this press release, I'll say, or blog post addressing us being nosy Parkers. Okay, the title is How Do You End a Marriage? Musing on Starting Over by Jamila Svanson. That sounds very Jewish. Is it Jewish? Anyway. You owe it to us to tell us your marriage is over. Over the last couple of months, I have received dozens of DMs asking me about the state of my marriage, the same way you would ask someone the weather or how their day is going. A passing comment to them inquiring about one of the toughest things I have had to do, which was to end a marriage. The thing is, the answer wasn't easy. Once you platform your relationship, people feel like they know you. I have spent 10 years on the internet talking about my marriage and motherhood while creating a space for other two-mom families. This is powerful. This is true. When I was going through the worst of it, no one inquired. No one noticed. Girl, we noticed. As long as you're smiling in front of a camera, no one is the wiser. Except when those photos start disappearing, when you no longer do content together, when there are no more perfectly curated family photos. You become gossip. Oh, I knew there was something going on. Or, man, you can't trust anything you see online. All of those responses sounded like an itch that needed to be scratched, like the tea you can't wait to spill to your group chat, and respectfully keep it there. But to me, this is my life. I was isolated. My entire world blew up. And I had to smile for my kids. You see what I'm saying? Smile for my friends and smile for the camera. This is so much. This is a lot, guys. There's a part that I want to read for you, though. That's the part that killed me. She says, I am still in the middle of a mess. I am consciously uncoupling, and I'm not mad at my former wife. Yo, guys, we co-parent easily, but there is still fallout. Joint accounts, joint debt, shit. Who keeps the Netflix account? We rarely argued and still don't. There are many blessings, but I'm still currently stuck in a transition. It feels like my life has become too tight, yet still not big enough for the next size up. Like I'm watching water boiling. Like I am waiting on the perfect consistency for my cookies. But I keep opening the oven. Oh, hi, Jamila. Baby girl was going through a lot within herself. And I'm not talking about maybe in the marriage only. Within herself, you know. But on the other hand, I'm proud of both of them for letting go. It's really tough. It's really tough. We've all been there. It's such a big... Anyway, I just hope everyone involved really truly chooses themselves as they've done and is there for the children, but most importantly chooses to be happy, because a happy child comes from a home that is happy. So it's very important to also consider that and just pray for the couple individually and them as a unit parenting. All the best to this couple individually, and we wish nothing but prosperity and healing for everyone involved. Do you guys still think there's hope for these internet and YouTube couples? Are YouTube couple channels still a thing in 2025? And would you start one? Let's have this discussion in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn your post notification on so you know when the next video is up. Until next time, bye guys. Mwah.